Hello good people, this is Crankin' Gaming again, back with another video of Pokemon Legends Arceus. So, today I figured I haven't really had much of a chance to talk about myself and my goals for my channel and things like that. So today I just figured I'd focus on crafting, running around, getting some tasks done, taking a little break from the main story just so I could focus on talking and introducing myself and my channel. So, as I was talking a little bit about previously, that was weird. I love video games. I have for a very long time. I am a mom of two kids. They're my pride and joy. And of course, because of them, I haven't had as much time for gaming, right? So this is definitely one of those games that I've been able to just play and then put down whenever I need to attend to them, right? And lately, my son's gotten a little older and he's gotten into Pokemon. So he's been shiny hunting with his dad in Pokemon Scarlet. Let's see here. Gotta figure out where the crafting is again. Here we go. But he has been having a blast with that. And, obviously I love Pokemon. Although it's been more recent for me. My husband is the one who's like the true Pokemon player, I suppose you could say. But I certainly have enjoyed the more casual aspects of it as of late. I'm actually going to go back and heal up my Oshawott. I forgot about it. Oh, hello. Oh, he turned. Is it worth it? Probably not. Yeah. But for me, video games have always been a big part of my life. For a very, very long time, at least. I have 3 older brothers who all played video games. I grew up watching them play on the original Nintendo and the Super Nintendo. Probably the first game I ever played or dedicated time to was Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64. I also played a lot of Mario Party 3. I really liked Mario Party 3 growing up. It's still to this day is probably my favorite Mario Party, and I'm very much looking forward to playing it on the Switch with the expansion pack, which I only recently got, and it's because I feel like the oh, that is not an apricorn tree actually. I feel like the selection, the catalog has gotten a lot better recently, and I have high hopes now for it to continue to improve. Oh, goodness gracious. No, I don't want that one. So I went ahead and got it. But yeah, so Ocarina of Time, definitely have a lot of nostalgia for that game. I am a big fan of strategy games like Fire Emblem, for instance. I really enjoyed Three Houses. I put in a crazy amount of hours into Three Houses, actually. But I do love strategy games. I remember playing Advance Wars when I was younger on my Game Boy. Obviously, Pokemon I've enjoyed too, although I feel like it's less strategy now. It's a lot easier in a lot of ways, but yeah, so I grew up watching a lot of video games before playing them, and I think that's influenced me to become more, of a watcher of video games, especially streamers and stuff, and since I don't have a whole lot of time to play, it's a lot easier to just watch, especially with my kids. they enjoy watching too, so that's definitely a big part of it. But yeah, I mainly enjoy watching chill streams. I watch a lot of randomizers. Everything from like Donkey Kong 64 randomizers to Pokemon, you know, randomized Nuzlockes. Been watching a lot of Ironmon. If you've heard of I Pie, he created Kaizo Ironmon as a way to play different Pokemon games. Basically all of them, I think. Okay, let's just catch some. But yeah, I really enjoy that kind of stuff. And so I wanted to create, for me, I wanted to create something, what is this? Wood. I wanted to create a channel that was that sort of atmosphere, that sort of feeling, very chill, right? But I also wanted to make it easy to listen to. I know I'm not much of a talker or anything like that, never really have been, but at the very least I want it to be easy listening for people who, you know, are at work, or like moms or dads, people who can't always have their eyes on the screen, right? They have to look away. Oh, I can't swim yet, that's right. They have to look away for various reasons, whether that's because of work or kids. Because also, you know, when I was younger, before I had kids, I worked in a library creating records for new incoming sheet music, actually. I cataloged sheet music. And so I was allowed to like listen to whatever I wanted to, but a lot of times I couldn't actually I couldn't actually watch, so I had to be creating a record, right? That's a lot of information I had to get down and put into like an international catalog. And so for me, it was just very important to have something that I could just listen to without having to actually focus on the watching, right? And a lot of YouTubers, you know, they'll talk about their own stuff while they play, kind of like this, right? And I just wanted, and while that's great, I wouldn't actually get to see the games that I wanted to see. And so, I figured this is a good balance, hopefully, for those people, where I can, like, read through the story and really show them the story by reading all the dialogue and maybe explaining occasionally what's going on without having to talk too much about other stuff and without having to watch. Oh, hello. Oh my goodness, I cannot. As much as I enjoy this game, the focusing could definitely be a little more easy to use, a little easier to use. But that's alright. So yeah, that's a little bit about me and my history with video games. Mainly grew up on Nintendo, right? I do enjoy PlayStation, Xbox, now that I'm older. I particularly have enjoyed the Borderlands series, which is something I didn't really play until I met my husband. He kind of introduced me into that, and I've really enjoyed it. I am not very good at like first-person shooters and those types of games, but if they feel good, like Borderlands is satisfying, especially Borderlands 3. It has a very satisfying like effects, health bars, very well done and like very easy to like use. Oh, I don't know why I just did that. But yeah, so I've certainly grown into other genres of games and things like that. Out of the Nintendo scene into more of the other games, right? I've also enjoyed playing the Witcher series, and other games that are similar, right? Just a lot of single-player role-playing games. Things with progression. I enjoy a good feeling of progression. I enjoy some PvP or some competitive aspects. For instance, like I said, the Dark Souls series. I mentioned that in my last video. That's something I've always enjoyed, but the PvP of it, oh, I didn't catch that. That's okay. The PvP of it, I'm not very good at it, but I do enjoy it, have grown to enjoy it lately. Oh, dang it. Oh goodness, come on. Okay, well, I am struggling just a little bit, but that's okay. So yeah, so for this channel, I really do just want that sort of a feeling of a place where people can put this on and not really have to watch. And I want to have some variety. I want to showcase different games, a variety of games, mainly on the Switch, I would say. I probably will put up some stuff on the PlayStation. Like I said, Diablo 4 is not coming out on the Switch in June, but I will be playing that, so probably on the PlayStation. So I'll be creating videos from the PlayStation for that, and I'm certainly open to showcasing different games, right, besides just Nintendo. What do I need for you? Defeated with ghost type moves. Oh, well. Let's just go ahead and defeat it. But I think Pokemon in particular is very good at just being really chill, right? I do wish for this game that there were more Pokemon, right, doing things in the overworld. I wish that it was a little less... I'm not sure. Like, looking around, I wish there were more... Like, if there was a forest, for instance, I'd want it to be more foresty, right? Like, I wish there were different biomes, and I kind of did that better in Scarlet and Violet, in my opinion, right? But in this game, it does just have a lot of space that feels kind of unnecessary, right? Or it's like, why didn't you put, you know, something here? It needs something. And there is a lot of truth to that, right? Anyways, I probably won't be, like, critiquing a lot of games. I'm only gonna play games that I like, right? Or new games that I don't know about yet. But, like, this channel, it's really mainly for me to have a place to put, like, some memories of the games I like to play, and to hopefully share that with, you know, whoever wants to just listen and chill, sort of thing. I want to just be a place where people can do that. So, I'm not really planning on playing games I don't like or don't enjoy. So, for me, it's like, for my channel, if it becomes something, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. And so I'm not going to be critiquing a whole lot, because you can just assume that I like what I'm playing. Because frankly, I probably do. Like, this game in particular, like, sure, it's got its faults, most games do, and most of the faults of this game are the same kind of faults that I feel are the weak points of all Pokemon games, or most of them. And so it's like, I don't want to be a broken record, especially since this is older. Most of, like, the things I would have to say, you've already heard already from other YouTubers, streamers, you know, other people you've no doubt seen play this game. And so I'm not going to worry too much about trying to explain how I feel, because it's probably very similar to how a lot of other people feel. But just for me in general, I enjoy this kind of stuff a lot. Like, I enjoy the checklist aspect of this. I enjoy the speed of the combat and of the catching. Oh, look at that Polita girl. Oh, I'll probably run away. That's okay. Like, I remember when, like, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu came out. I really enjoyed those two. And that was also because of, like, you know, they were trying something new. I mean, based off the Pokemon Go app, right? But it was still something new for a game. And I really appreciated them trying, like, new mechanics and stuff. And same with this, right? Like, we have a dodge mechanic in this game. That's pretty cool for a Pokemon game. And so it's like, is it the best? No. But, like, they were trying some really cool new stuff. And that's all I've ever really wanted from a Pokemon game, right? Is, like, I do find a lot of comfort in similar mechanics and similar ideas, right? Just kind of being consistent. I do enjoy that. But at the same time, something new is always appreciated. A way that mixes up the formula a bit. That's another reason why I'm excited for Darkest Dungeon 2. I have been playing, you know, they came out with, like, an early version to get, like, feedback and whatnot from fans, and so I've been checking it out as it's been going through, like, different updates and things like that, and I've really been enjoying it. I think it's been a lot of fun, and I'm very excited. I've kind of been holding off on the past couple updates because I kind of want to have a new experience sort of thing when it actually fully releases. So I'm holding off, even though I know they've changed a bunch of things at this point. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw these in here. Actually, let's wait. But yeah, so that's a lot about me. And that's about my channel too. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, you know, feel free to subscribe. Or not. I mean, I would appreciate subscriptions just to, like, have an idea of like what's working, I guess, and what's not. For other people. And so I can adjust it, you know. But I'm planning on making videos pretty frequently. I mean, after my kids go to bed, they're pretty young. Like, I have a 3-year-old who's almost 4, and then I have a couple-month-old baby. And so once they go to bed, I'm basically free to do whatever I want, and they go to bed pretty early at this point. And it's like, yeah, I'm really tired, right? I'm up a lot at night. But in some ways, that makes it easier because I'm up at night and I need something to keep me awake. So for me, that's, again, watching streamers. I've got my favorite late night streamers that I watch. I play video games. That's my me time, right? As awful and horrible as that sounds, to have me time in the middle of the night when I should be sleeping, right? But, you know, during the day it's usually very busy. So for me, at night is when I do my work. Oh, that's just something I can pick up from. Yeah. Gotta remember. I do have a job as well. I mean, I just barely started making these videos and it's really just for fun. But I have a job. My husband works as well. My husband is in school as well. I finished school myself. I am an English major, so I have my degree in English, which, you know, I love having, and I have used it. I think that's kind of a recurring joke in my family. I have a family of engineers and, you know, more mainstream jobs that are very employable. So, you know, being an English major, it's like, well, what can you do with that sort of thing? I get that all the time. But I have used it quite a bit. And for my current job as well, I use it. And so I certainly don't regret my major. Although I think going back to school is sort of part of my plan. I'd like to get another degree, but that won't happen for a while. But that's another reason why I love video games. It's sort of, you know, the stories. I love something with a good story. Does Pokemon have a great story? No, but it has a great world, I think. I think the idea of it is very good. The concept. I think there's a lot you could do in this kind of a world. And honestly, I think Pokemon, like the company that you know, helps develop and produce these games, I think they should focus more on some of their fans' opinions, right? And maybe look to them for some more design on like Pokemon and things like that, because I think ground type moves. I don't know ground type moves. I think there's a lot of potential there, right? A lot of good ideas that fans have had. And so I really think that they should reach out to fans who are also very talented at developing games and whatnot. That's obviously not me. I myself have not like shown too much interest in like actually producing or writing for video games, but I know there's a lot of people out there who would be more than willing to do that kind of stuff. So fans who are really passionate, right, who really enjoy Pokemon games, who want to see them succeed, right? And like you go online and there's lots of people who are creating their own designs for Pokemon, right? You see new evolutions that people have thought of all the time for like different typings. And it's like, I really hope that the Pokemon company can really like embrace those sorts of ideas from their fans, because I think that would do really well for their relationship with their fans, which is not that great, I feel, currently, unfortunately. But you know, I want these games to succeed because I think there's a lot of potential for them to succeed. They have a really good foundation to make something cool. Oh, that didn't catch either, huh? That stinks. Anyways, I just have a passion for these sorts of games. I really do. and just for gaming in general. I think they can be really helpful for people who struggle in various different ways, right? It's a lot of storytelling, and it's a lot of learning about people and different kinds of people, different kinds of stories that can relate to like real life. I think they have a lot of important messages. Like, let's see, one of the first games I feel like hit me really hard in terms of like a message. Oh, what was it called? I can't remember it now. It's an older game. Not BioShock. Wow, what is it? It's one that kind of is a discussion of what humanity is, right? But also like this idea of chance in life. It's a game sort of post-apocalyptic, underwater. You're the main character who discovers that they are actually just like a copy of his real self, right? So he's not really human, he's a robot, he's like in a robot form, but you discover that later. He thinks he's human, but like he's actually just a robot moving around, and he's a copy of the original human being. They discovered the technology to copy people so that they can survive, essentially. But it's like, is the human race really surviving if it's just in like these mechanical forms? But it's just, can you really capture someone's conscience or like sense of self within like just a piece of technology, right? And then throughout the game, you're also making copies, multiple copies of yourself, but it's a complete coin flip to determine like which copy you wake up as, sort of thing, as the main character. And so it's just a very interesting game. I'm surprised I still haven't thought of the name of it. I thought it would if I explained it enough, but I'm sure, you know, there are other people who know exactly what I'm talking about. Looks like we're almost done with the doof catching. I believe 25 is the highest. 23. Alright. But, yeah, so that one obviously was one of the first ones that I thought to myself, oh, that's like a really cool idea that I've never seen in a video game before. And then something similar in the Nier series, right? Which I also very much appreciate. And that was also one of the first games I 100%ed. Was Nier Replicant. Got all the endings and everything, and I played that game a whole lot. But like I said, that's something that's also kind of more recent. I've always played video games, but only recently have I started like playing them to completion and wanting to do post-game things, you know? And like really try and understand how these games work and everything about them. And I think that did start with when I discovered the Dark Souls series, because you have to put in so much effort. You have to put in so much effort to understand the story behind those games, right? But the story is so wonderful for those games, and the atmosphere is great. And I know people, you know, they have their own opinions about which ones are like true Dark Souls games and which ones are better than others, and like, I get it, but like, they're all great, in my opinion. They all achieve something in terms of story and gameplay, and some do certain aspects better than others, but they're all you know, worth playing, in my opinion. So yeah, that's me. I love a good story, but I'm willing to play games that I don't appreciate the story for, right? Looks like I gotta defeat some of these, so let's get to it. Like, I love stories, but if they're, you know, only then that's okay too. Let's just do this. And obviously I love good gameplay, but I do love more chill gameplay. If it's fast-paced, it's harder for me. Not that I don't play those games, but in terms of like video stuff, right, for my channel, I'm not really planning on playing a whole lot of that. Okay, let's just try and catch something. Like, for instance, I played quite a bit of Dead by Daylight for a little while. Lately, not so much. But I played Dead by Daylight. I still watch a lot of League of Legends, and I used to play, but those sorts of things, you have to keep up with them through all the updates and things, and I just, of all the games that I have to keep up with, those were not high up on my list, right? And so, for me, like, I just like games that I could take my time with my turns, right? Turn-based combat, strategy, side quests. I love a good side quest, right? Or a game with a lot of good side quests. So, I've played a lot of Skyrim, for instance. So much Skyrim. And I enjoy collecting, I enjoy progression, I enjoy skill trees. I've been playing, you know, the Tales series recently, Tales of Arise being the latest one. So yeah. If any of that sounds like your taste, then, or like those are the sorts of games you like to play, then that's mainly what I'm going to be playing. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here, if I can remember which button to do. Okay, here we go. And next time I'll turn in with Professor Lavington and we'll continue the story. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a better idea of who I am and what I'm planning on doing. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!